If you are just joining us, we were talking about the concept of time, distance, and average speed, where we explained the concept of time, distance, and speed, and we discussed how you could convert kilometers per hour to meter per second. We also solved 2 questions on distance, time, and speed. Now, this particular question says, Bruno cycled from town R at an average speed of 72 km per hour and took 3 hours 30 minutes to reach town X. Kefa cycled the same distance and took 4 hours. At what average speed was Kefa cycling? Now, this is a very technical question, so you have to be careful when you solve it. It has given us Ronald's speed and we have his time, but Kefa's speed was not given. But the question says Kefa cycled the same distance. Therefore, the basis in which we should solve this question is knowing that both of them have covered what? The same distance. So, knowing that, to say Ronald's speed will be 72 km per hour. Okay, then his time will be 3 hours 30 minutes. So, and that's the same thing as 3.5 hours. Okay, so this is 3.5 hours. Okay, now we've established this fact, we can now say speed is what? That's distance over time. Therefore, distance will be what? Speed times time. So to get Ronald's distance, his distance is going to be that will be 72 multiplied by 3.5. So this will be D will be 72 times 3.5 is the same thing as 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1, and that's 7 over 2. So this is going to give us his distance, which is supposed to be in kilometers, will be 2 here is going to be 1. 2 is 72 is going to give us that's 36. So when you do 36 multiplied by 7, so it's going to give us 7 times 6 is going to be 42. You carry your 4. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 4, that's 25. So the distance covered is 252 kilometers. Okay, so getting to know that his distance is this. Now remember the question said Kefa cycled the same distance and took what? 4 hours. At what average speed was Kefa cycling? Now we can now say Kefa's speed will be what? Distance over what? Time. Now notice both of them cover the same distance, so we'll be using 252 kilometers. While the time is going to be what? Now Kefa cycled his own for what? 4 hours. So we're going to be doing 252 divided by 4. So 25 over 4, that's going to give us what? 6. Remember 1. We'll put the 1 in this 2, so that will be 12. 4 into 12 is going to give us what? 3. And remember our unit is what? Kilometer per hour. So our final answer is 63 kilometer per hour. So the correct answer here is going to be C. Now this is the final question we are going to be solving in the time, distance, and speed concept. Now this particular question says, a pupil left home for school at a speed of 5 km per hour and returned at a speed of 4 km per hour. The whole journey took 5 hours, 24 minutes. How far is the school from home in kilometers? Now, notice something. The pupil left his house at a particular speed and returned at a lesser speed. Now, notice the distance. If this is the pupil, this is the child, and this is the school, the distance going to school is the same distance that will bring him back. So if this is D, this place is also what? D. So he covered equal distance, both going and coming back. But because of the time spent, his speed varies. So that is the first concept we need to actualize. Then the second one, okay, so the total journey, total time took 5 hours 24 minutes. So we will need to change this to fraction, and that will be 5/24 over 60. So when you say 24 over 60, let's say what can go here? 4 can go. 4 into 24, that will give us 6. 4 into 60, it's going to give us we'll have 1, and we'll have 4 into 6 is going to give us 1, remember 2. 4 into 20 will give us 5. So 6 and 15, what can still divide? 3 can go. 3 into 6 will give us 2. 3 here will give us what? 5. So we have 5/2 over 5 hours. Okay. So now notice total time will be time for going plus time for returning. Okay, that's the first thing we need to understand. So T going and T returning. Now, because the total time he took was actually what? 5 hours to 2 over 5, 2 over 5 hours. So from here, we can now say total time will be what? Now, for T going, this is the time taken to go the journey. Now, what is the formula for time? Remember we said our time, if speed is equal to distance over time, therefore time will be what? Distance over speed. Okay, so this will be distance over speed for going. This will be speed for going plus, because the distance is the same, this will be speed for returning. Remember the speed was different. So if the total time is 5/2 over 5, this will be equal to, we have D over S going, the speed for going is 5, and for returning this will be D over 4. Okay, so we will need to simplify this equation before we can get our distance covered. So let's change this to an improper fraction. So this will be 5 times 5 is going to give us 25 plus 2, that will be 27 over 5 is equal to D over 5 plus D over 4. Now, when you have this kind of equation, one way to simplify it is to multiply everything by the LCM. Now, let's multiply everything by what? That's 20, which is the LCM. So this will be 20 times 27 over 5 is equal to 20 times D over 5 plus 20 times D over 4. Okay? So at this point, you say 5 here, it's 1. 5 in 20 is going to give us 4. 5 here, it's 1. 5 in 20 will give us 4. 4 here, 1. 4 in 20 is going to give us 5. So this is 4 times 27. When you do 27 times 4, this is 4 times 27 will give us 28. You carry a 2. 4 times 2, it's 8 plus 2, that's 10. So we have 108 is equal to 4 times D will be 4D plus 5D. So we have 108 is equal to 9D. Therefore, D is going to be 108 divided by 9. So when you do 108 divided by 9, you're going to get 12. And remember, we were working with kilometers, so our final answer is going to be 12 kilometers. Now, let's check whether our answer is correct. So we have our final answer to be what? B. So this is exactly how to solve questions on time, speed, and distance. So if this is your first time of hitting this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be releasing several videos to teach you on several topics. Thank you and stay tuned.